Wow, how do I follow after all of those amazing MSU volunteer videos and testimonials? I hope you take some time to watch the entire playlist and learn more about the Myositis Support and Understanding volunteers, board members, and advisors. They are wonderful people who bring so much value and joy to the myositis community. And thank you to those volunteers for sharing their videos and testimonials. MSU, we are who we are because of our volunteers, the work they do that is often behind the scenes to ensure that we keep running and that we keep working our mission, which is to improve the lives of those fighting myositis. So my name is Jerry Williams, and I am the founder and president of Myositis Support and Understanding, known as MSU. I was diagnosed after a 3+ year journey with myositis after so many obstacles and complications, like many of us. My first diagnosis was psychosomatic illness. The doctors were saying that the muscle pain, the muscle weakness, they were mental health related only. I was so weak and I could not advocate for myself. So it was up to my family to take the reins. I've also experienced bias in the system. As a gay man, my doctor was convinced that my symptoms were HIV, held up my care for over 6 months doing advanced testing. It wasn't until my stepfather stood up to him one day in an appointment and said, "This boy is going to die if you do not do something." From there, after several university hospital appointments, local doctors, I was still left without a true diagnosis. I finally found a diagnosis in kind of the most unlikely of places, as a new rheumatologist that moved to my small little local town here. The first thing that he said to me, "I don't see a muscle biopsy. Have you ever had a muscle biopsy?" And it clicked in my head after all of those hospital stays, after all of the biopsies that I had had, the muscle was never biopsied. So the biopsy results came back, and that's how I got my diagnosis of polymyositis. And then of course it complicates even further, and my diagnosis has now been changed to dermatomyositis. I was so alone with all of this, going through all of this without really having any support, somebody that I could talk to that would understand. The education about rare diseases was so much. So I finally got that mysterious Poly-Myo-What diagnosis, and like I said, I was suffering with pain, isolation, depression. And after searching online, I found very little help that was kind of patient-centered or patient-focused, that was meant for patients to learn and to engage. I decided to take action. In 2010, I created a Facebook group. At the time, it was called Poly-Myo-What, Understanding Myositis, trying to be cute and clever, but it was that group that is now called Myositis Support. It's that group where I learned so much, and I found a family. That family is now Myositis Support and Understanding. And even though we have continued to grow daily, we still are a family, and we're here for each other. What I learned in that group was that support groups were not enough. They're awesome, and I love them, but we needed patient-centered education. We needed financial assistance for those fighting this disease with costly repairs, home repairs and renovations to adapt to life with the disease, medical bills, and we learned that we needed, this is something that we've learned a little bit later, that we need patient-centered research. So in 2014, and together with Emily Filmore and Sandy Block, we officially incorporated as Myositis Support and Understanding Association with our 501c3 nonprofit status in 2015, and we are growing each and every day. I built this organization for everyone that wants to be a part of it. I lead it with my heart, and when you find MSU, you find a home, you find a family, and MSU provides various platforms so that we can reach you where you're most comfortable talking about your disease. A little bit about me outside of MSU. I live in Lincoln, Delaware, about 20 minutes from the beaches. I live with my husband, Charlie, and our 2 dogs, dachshunds, Isabella and Dapper, and we have 2 sugar gliders, Sassy and Jazzy. My dogs are my life and my reason to get out of bed each day. They depend on me. I know on the bad days, sometimes I want to just lay in bed and wallow. but I know because they depend on me, I have to get up. And sometimes just getting up is a win for that day. I'm starting to share a little bit more about my journey publicly. I've provided workshops and interviews and stuff in the past on the news and such, but I'm really going to start opening up more. And most recently, I was a part of the Power of Sharing Your Story hosted by the Myositis Association during their 2021 virtual summit. And earlier in the year, I was part of a panel with the Adults Living Rare collaboration with the Rare Advocacy Movement talking about medical PTSD. We're known as the heart of the myositis community. I take that as a badge of honor, and I can't thank you enough for all of your support. I am so thankful that we've attracted such wonderful people that live our mission each and every day. I believe the right people come at the right time, and I've been proven right time and time again since starting this organization. From that support group going forward, the right people came into my life at the right time, and they came into MSU and have really taken it a lot further than I would have ever imagined when I first started this. So I'm thankful to everyone who volunteers their time, no matter in what capacity, for what organization, for what platform. I appreciate that you are being your most authentic self and that you are supported, and that's what is most important. So thank you. I encourage you to stay updated. We have a lot going on. Create your free MSU membership at understandingmyositis.org/register. That'll add you to our email list and keep us all updated and involved. And I encourage you to take action in some way, whether it's a clinical trial. We need clinical trial participants. Taking surveys. Surveys are huge. We need the data. Please take the time if you can. That's action. Volunteer. If you have a big heart and want to join the MSU volunteer team, submit the volunteer application. We're always looking for people who have the heart, and the rest, we can train. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to meeting you.